Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 6, called Secrets. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride. Granted, it's your decision. You are the carrier. But shit. Don't tell me you're gonna shove your fingers in your mouth. What was the point of taking those pills, girl? Just back off. Step away, Dale. Step away. Oh, he's gonna suspect the worst. A pretty crazy ending right now. Holy. All right, season 2, episode 6 of The Walking Dead. And for the most part, I was, 6-7 range. I thought it was an okay episode. I think this season in general has just been like a slower season. Just some more dialogue and character building as opposed to, crazy action scenes going on, which is fine. I thought this episode was okay. There were some cool parts. Obviously, the ending there was really big in the story development aspect of it because of the fact that Rick now knows that Lori and Shane, did what they did. He also knows that Lori is pregnant and she tried to get rid of the baby. So that's a very interesting story plot that's going on with them. I've been probably saying it for a while now that I thought Andrea and Shane should hook up and that I felt like they were going to hook up because of the fact that like there just seems to be that, I don't know, connection for some odd reason. And so to see them do that here, I don't know why. I'm kind of sort of relieved about it. They're both stressed out. They're both like the outcasts of the group. And for them to have a moment like that, I think it's cool, man. I agree with it 100%. I'm glad they did what they did. What else is going on? They're teaching people how to shoot, taking them to the, obviously makeshift gun range and training. There was an argument, not necessarily an argument, but a dispute, talking going on about, Carl learning to shoot. And my opinion on that, and this is just me, I think everyone in this sort of time period, in this time frame with everything that's going on, should know how to handle a gun safely. Is it ideal? No, but like I said, like, you never know. You never know. Like, I would want my daughter to know how to, handle something that can potentially protect and save her life. You know what I mean? And so we want to be there for our kids all the time and protect them. And we swear that we will. But there's always moments, man, that slip right between your fingers that you don't have as much protection on them as you think you do. And so I just think that Carl being prepared and ready in case that happens is never a bad thing. I don't think he should walk around with a gun to begin with, but at least knowing how to use it, where to get them if he needs it. You know what I mean? I think that is a better route. Lori, I don't know. Lori made a lot of good points in this episode, and I usually don't side with her, but I think for the most part, where she was coming off and how she was coming off, a lot of the time I was agreeing with her. Even the little talk at the end there where, Lori and Rick were going back and forth with, the baby talk. It was really hard to side with either of them. Obviously, there are a lot of people in today's world that are, anti-abortion or, totally for it. I guess you can say I lean more towards the anti part of it. Like, I'm not fond of people that will, go the whole way, get pregnant and then get rid of. I think the adoption route is a better route, but that's just me. But with that being said, in this situation, I don't know how I would feel. You know what I mean? Where what Lori was saying about, risking everyone's lives with the baby, potentially crying, that's a huge risk. The fact that she says she doesn't want to give birth in a ditch, that's a very huge possibility because of the fact that this is just the day and age, what she was bringing up with Dale, where she's like, the only thing that has her pushing and going are, her memories of the good days. I think a lot of people would be that way if something like this were to happen, to us. And so what she's saying is like, bringing a baby into this world like this is not ideal. It's a really shitty situation. And so it's one of those like, damn, like obviously Rick wants to keep the baby. Lori would love to keep the baby, but not in the situation that, they're in right now. And so it's one of those like, man, who do you even side with? Is this one of those things where you just sit back and let them decide and you don't even say anything? But I mean, that part of this episode was really cool. I thought the acting, I thought the story being told was good. I liked that a lot. Again, I guess the only bummer I really have for these episodes in season 2 is that they're just slower. Nothing's really going on crazy. I guess the Maggie thing would be a crazy thing that happened. Obviously, she's trying to continue to bribe Glenn into being quiet about what he found. So she's bringing him fruit and everything. Meanwhile, Lori's trying to keep him to keep quiet about the pregnancy thing. And so it's like he's got these two huge sort of things that he has to keep away from everyone else. And I feel like that bothers him. I feel like he just feels the need to like get it off of his chest. And so he tells Dale. And I thought Dale went about it right when it came to Herschel. But some way, somehow it tied back into Glenn anyways. But basically the conversation with Herschel was just, hey, I came across the barn. Like, what are you doing? Herschel obviously says, like, those are my family members. They're not walkers. So Herschel's very much like walkers don't exist. It's just, human beings that are sick or whatever. So he's got the very hopeful mindset that, someday there will be a cure and he can get his family back. But like I said, some way, somehow it got back. Maggie got in trouble for it. She obviously talks to Glenn about it. She's upset. She thinks that they're using Glenn as walker bait. And to be honest, I agree with her on that statement. They literally throw Glenn into the shittiest situations just cause. And it's really crappy. But then obviously Maggie gets a close call. She gets super pissed about it. She throws everything in Lori's face saying, hey, here's your abortion pills. Don't ever have us run out to grab your things again. I thought that was going to be a bigger moment. I thought other people were going to be around hearing the whole situation. They weren't, or at least they didn't show that they were. So that was kind of a missed opportunity, I think. But obviously they reveal later on that, Rick finds out in the shittiest of ways too, man. The shittiest of ways. Like, really? He's got to find out because you got morning after pills in the tent. You should have told him, Lori. But I don't know. It sucks because like I can't scold her that much because it's just an all around shitty situation. Andrea, Shane. So when they're doing the shooting range or, shooting practice, target practice or whatever, Andrea is just knocking it out the park. She's got a really good steady shot and, they think that she's advanced and that she can go into an advanced class. And so Shane's teaching her with a moving target and she's missing and he's getting really mean with what he's saying, but he's trying to get that sort of dog in her, like, hey man, like let's go, muscle memory, let's get it. And so he brings up Amy. Obviously, that's gonna upset her. But then, he scoops her up or whatever. She helps him go look for Sophia. They run into a very shitty situation, which seems to be the norm for Shane now. Where every single time he goes somewhere, he gets caught in a really bad situation. She jammed the gun. It wasn't looking very good for a second there. Shane could have easily killed the walker going towards her, but he wanted to use that as a sort of motivational, hey, let's go, man. This is the real thing. Let's get it. And so she obviously turned some kind of light switch on. Because the second she got the first one, she was just out there. Bam, bam, bam. But it was really cool to see that as well. I don't know, is 6-7 being too harsh? I think it's an okay episode with really good moments in it. I just don't think like it's quite the season 1 episodes for me, at least. That's just me though. What else? And then obviously Lori telling Rick about Shane. I don't know how that's going to be handled. It seemed as if Rick was taking it well. I'm hoping that Rick is taking it well, because I don't want there to be like even more tension. How can I forget to address the elephant in the room as well? Dale approaching Shane. I love Dale. Dale's a very wise man, and Dale, makes good points. But sometimes Dale has to back the fuck up and keep his mouth shut. He's trying too hard to be the protector of Andrea, and you don't want to mess with Shane, Dale. Like, you legit do not want to mess with him. Take a chill pill. You're not Andrea's dad. You're not Andrea's husband. Relax. I understand what you're like, how you're coming off and what you're trying to establish. Don't do it. Andrea is a woman. She can make her own decisions. You're only poking the beehive, man. And you don't want to do that. You literally don't want to do that. But that was a very heated argument between them two. He even went as far as saying, like, I know the kind of man you are. You had Rick in your sights. And Shane hit him back with, I had Rick in my sights. Imagine what I would do to somebody I don't even like. I was like, oh shit, Dale. Back up. Relax, man. You don't want this work, man. You do not want this work. But that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Don't forget, I gave it a 6 or a 7. I could see the arguments for maybe an 8. But I'll go with the 6-7 range. I thought it was an okay episode with some good moments in it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace, guys.